What I want you to do is take your general operating account and stop keeping everything there. As a business owner, you see that, you say, oh, we're good, so you spend more, right? And the business just keeps sucking all the cash. And you say, well, that's good because I'm reinvesting in the business. Well, it's okay to reinvest in your business, but are you investing in yourself outside of the business? Hey folks, it's Colin Richards. Once again, I'm excited to be with you on this episode of the Lord and Richards Show. And we are in a series on financial advice for young business owners. What I wish I knew when I started my business. Now, in reality, I knew a lot of this. But what if you're getting going in business? What if you're in your 20s? What if you're in your 30s or even older? What are the key steps you need to take to make sure you're okay, even as you build a fantastic business? In our last segment, we talked about some real basic introductory items, and I referenced needing to pay into the Social Security system. I won't go back over that by taking a salary, but above and beyond that, taking dividends so that you don't overpay into the Medicare system. But then in addition, you need to pay yourself. That was kind of the principle from Profit First that we started with. Don't just give yourself a little tip out of your business or don't pay yourself. That's a sign that your business is unhealthy. A healthy business will allow the owner to take part. The Bible says actually that the person, the worker, the farmer who labors should be the first one to partake of the fruits, right? So you should be the first to benefit. So a business that doesn't generate income for you, the owner, is not that great of a business. But once you get there, you need to not only pay yourself a salary, but begin taking profit out every single month. Set up a percentage. And I want that percentage to grow and grow and grow. But if you're not currently doing that, what I want you to do is take your general operating account and stop keeping everything there. As a business owner, you see that, you say, oh, we're good, so you spend more, right? And the business just keeps sucking all the cash. It just keeps sucking it all. And you say, well, that's good because I'm reinvesting in the business. Well, it's okay to reinvest in your business, but are you investing in yourself outside of the business? So what I want you to do is create a separate account, a no-touchy account. And again, you can grab this great book by Mike Michalowicz called Profit First and really get granular with this. And we'll talk about some more of these principles in future segments. But the first step I want you to do is get an account that's kind of out of sight, out of mind. I actually went to another bank when I implemented these principles. And by the way, none of us are above these principles. Whether you've owned your business for decades or just weeks and months, I want you to establish, once your business is able to pay you, I want to establish a regular transfer from your operating account into a savings account that is away from your operating account, possibly another bank that you don't even look at. So having a second bank with a savings account where you transfer money on a monthly basis or whenever you decide to designate profit. So that could be quarterly, but I really like monthly. Get it out of sight and start at 1%, right? Maybe your business took in, $10,000 last month, right? So at 10%, that's going to be $1,000. At 1%, that's going to be $100. You say, well, Colin, that's a drop in the bucket. Am I doing anything? Yes, you're beginning a pattern. And as you grow, you put in 2%, 3%. You say, well, Colin, I'm above this. My business takes in $25 million a year. But you know what? I can tell you about so many business owners who in the end got very little personally out of their own businesses. And that's the goal, right? To take care of yourself, take care of your family, have an impact on your community, on your employees, and maybe, if you want to follow the example of Lord and Richards, have an impact on the world. That's what we've done through our foundation for global education. But then after you've established that account, I also want you to have a separate account to pay your taxes. Oh man, I've had a lot of guys and ladies that have come up to tax day and they weren't prepared, right? Either they spent it all on the business, or if they did have money in their own accounts, they didn't set it aside so that it wouldn't get robbed, right? Robbing Peter to pay Paul. And so what we want to do is have a tax reserve account. Now that one can be in the vicinity of your business operating account if you want to have it in the same bank or view it on the same view of your app or wherever you go to look at your finances. But you want to have a tax reserve account. And you want to set aside money every single month, whatever percentage it takes in your business. So think about what you made last year, okay, in terms of gross. Think about what you paid in taxes. What percentage of that was your gross? So if you made $1 million and you paid $100,000 in taxes, then that was 10% of gross. You say, well, shouldn't I be looking at percentage of my profit, my actual tax rate on my profit, my income that I get off of it after expenses? Well, no, because you're going to need to estimate based on gross revenue each month the amount of taxes that will be due later. And of course, you can dial this in. But I want you to start with just looking and saying, well, if I make $1, I tend to have to give away 10 cents or 15 cents or 20 cents to the government. Probably not 20 cents, okay? Because remember, we're looking at gross revenue before you count your expenses. So again, if you made $1 million last year and you paid $100,000 in taxes, then you're going to want to set aside, something around $9,000, between $8,000 and $9,000 a month, right? Now, don't forget, you may be taking withdrawals from your paycheck. If you have a business that is a pass-through entity like a subchapter S corporation or an LLC, then you are the one who's going to pay the taxes, not your business, right? You pay the taxes. Then don't forget you're having taxes withheld from your paycheck. So whatever you're taking as salary, subtract that from the amount of taxes you paid, and then come up with a percentage that you need to withdraw and move to a tax account every single month so that you're prepared for your quarterly tax filings. And you'll be in great shape. And you won't be behind the 8 ball when the tax man cometh. Well, these are just a few of the foundational steps that young business owners should be doing to make sure that not only your business is healthy, but also that you're healthy financially. You see, the focus of these particular episodes has been on making sure you, the business owner, the young business owner, the old business owner, everybody in between, are financially secure. We're going to talk in the future about other steps you can take as a business owner to become financially secure. And we're going to continue our series on helping young investors. The series title is, I Wish I Knew This When I Was 30. Okay, I wish I knew this. This is the advice I'm giving to my children. This is the advice I'm going to give to you, whether you're older than me, younger than me. These are great financial principles. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to give us a call because we're going to help you develop a plan for financial independence so that one day, maybe sooner than you think, you'll be able to retire financially independent without worry and do amazing things with the resources God has put at your disposal.